I mentioned earlier why the firefighters remember 9/11. The easy answer is the loss of 343 firefighters. And according to an article in the New York Post, we are going to go well past that from people with cancer and suicide. Survivors, firefighters that survived that, feel guilt. Why me? Why am I alive when my best friend's dead? Why am I taking care of my kids, going to their ball games, and they're waiting for a father to show up who isn't coming home? So it continues. That number continues to grow. As I mentioned earlier, I believe for me, 9/11 is self-reflection, motivation. To ask me, would I be brave enough? Would I be strong enough? Would I have the fortitude that they did to follow orders? Nobody, I hate seeing those stupid things on a window. They died doing what they loved. Died getting crushed by 8 million tons? No. Nobody wants to die doing their job. I hate those bumper stickers. I absolutely hate them. We want to go home to our families. That's what we love doing. Going home to our families. And every firefighter I work with, your number one job is to go home to your family. Your number two job is work really hard at work. Die doing what they love. But you ask yourself these questions. Could I have done that? Could I be magnificent? And that's going to matter here in a second. We seem to be, for the most part, a room of good Christian people. I'm going to use some language. I'm going to apologize right now that it's going to happen. Just giving you a warning. The way times move, I'm not sure exactly how long ago it was, but I did a speech very similar to this. Barb was there, and it was at a church, and I believe it was the 20th anniversary. And there were 2 caskets. It was Temple Christian, had their 3rd and 4th grade kids, and they wrote notes and prayers, and you had 2 caskets, one for the firefighters and one for the police officers. Chief Martin was there also. I'm getting ready to go on, and the wind blows up and it starts scattering these prayers. And me and the kids and a couple other people picked them up. We placed them back on the casket. I picked these 2 up, and I told those children that these will be with me until I die, and they'll probably be with me when I get interred, because I'm going to be buried in my uniform. And these have been in my cab ever since. And I remember speaking that day as if it was right now. The meaning is exactly the same. It's the same emotions, it's the same feelings I had that day. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here today. I don't want to be anywhere talking about this. I don't want to remember a young lady jumping out of a building and she holds her dress down because she's caring about her decency. She wants to die with humility. She doesn't want to be shown over cameras with her dress flying above her. I don't want to remember the sound of those bodies hitting the overhang on the sidewalks as they're trying to evacuate. I don't want to remember that. I don't remember people making a decision, do I burn to death or do I hit the pavement? I also don't want to remember seeing a blue sky, a fall sky that is so blue that you almost can't look at it. And then the entire heavens are erupted by a big orange fireball, and you know right then, hundreds of people have just died and you watched it. I don't want to remember any of that. But I do. And why do I speak? Because we're adults. And adults talk about terrible, horrible, unsettling things because we are adults. And that's what we do. And can you play that clip, please? A survivor of South Tower, I believe.
Down, and there was a point where we stopped. And this fireman is on the same step as me. He looked at me and I looked at him. And that look, he knew where he was going. I didn't. And that's what I found very, very interesting. He knew exactly where he was going, and he didn't miss a goddamn step. And I knew where I was going, and I was tripping. And I thought that was magnificent.
Why do we remember? Why do we talk about unsettling things? Because he didn't miss a goddamn step, and he's magnificent. Unless we tell that story, nobody remembers he didn't miss the step, and he's magnificent. And what I ask you is what I think about when I think of 9/11. Could I have been magnificent? Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Todd. Thank everyone that serves. God bless all of you. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you.